He is fair. There were just things obviously I just don't agree with about the being agreeable to the point of where it's not your own identity, but I also understood where he was coming from.
I want you guys to watch this video and listen to what these ladies are saying about Andrew Tate after just spending only a single day with him. Watch.
I liked him a lot. I remember when he got cancelled, I said, the only problem with this guy is the fact that he's exposing certain truths and not providing a solution to those who are suffering from it. That's it. Other than that, listen, yeah, he's better looking in person. Yes. Yes, I tried to hate on him. He's better looking in person. He's smiley, he's friendly, he's got high energy. He's a good Sagittarius, sunshine in human form. He's actually quite cool. I liked him.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like he was a straight talker. And you know what? I really rate the way he speaks. He really knows how to speak. Like, it will add context and then it'll make his point. I think it takes a lot of talent to do that. And you can tell he's been doing it for a long time. So I have to respect that in him. Obviously, I didn't agree completely with a lot of stuff you were saying because I feel like he was a bit one-sided where he was talking about what men wants and he wasn't really talking about how to make women happy. But I appreciated that he was also giving us a perspective of a lot of men out there.
Yeah.
So I did appreciate that. But I just wish we could like explore more about what women want, really.
Okay.
But I just think that society is always talking about what women want.
Sorry.
Set the timer. I just feel like society's always talking about what women want. And whenever we talk about what men want, like we always need to have a response. And it's like, why can't we just let the men talk for a second? Because like there's Steve Harvey like talks about what women want all the time. There's a million different shows. As for Andrew Tate, I was actually so nervous. I don't know why. Like I was.
Yo, child. From the stuff he was saying like beforehand, from watching Kevin Samuels with Pearl, it opened up my view on like actually listening to people or listening to what these men are saying instead of just taking a clip and taking for how these people are clipping it and wanting to get their agenda across, but actually like, listening to them. And I like sat down and like actually listened to some of the stuff that he said beforehand. So I was like, what he is saying is not crazy. It's the way he's saying it, and people, I would say people and a lot of women don't like the way that he is saying it because it's very like raw, like this is it, this is how I'm gonna say it. I don't care if you don't like the way I'm saying it, I'm gonna say it this way. And I feel like a lot of people don't like it like that, but it's like if you get past what he's like, how he's saying it, and listen to actually what he is saying, it's like, oh, okay, it's not as outrageous as people make it out to be.
He was really polite in person. I didn't expect him to be, like you said, so smiley, very warm. And I will say that I do feel like he is very pretty grounded. He is fair. There were just things obviously I just don't agree with about the being agreeable to the point of where it's not your own identity, but I also understood where he was coming from. I understood the perspective. I don't agree, but no, I felt like he was like so different in person, and I feel like that's why you can't really judge people based on that.
If you ever wanted to know somebody that much, you must spend time with them. If you haven't spent time with people, you cannot really know who those people are. You can see how quickly these ladies' views change about Andrew Tate. They had different view about him before they met him. But after having a very constructive conversation with him and learning more about his personality, they have become his fan. For most of you guys who might not know, Andrew Tate is one of the biggest celebrity of all time. In fact, there was a time when his name was the most searched on Google, more than any other person. He is like top here. He was censored for saying things that the mainstream media find inappropriate. But that censor or cancel didn't stop him. In fact, his successes and progress keep on moving from one step to another. And due to what he says, he created a lot of enemies. People dislike him for saying what he said. And most of the time, those people who disliked him took what he was saying out of context. They did not really understood what he was saying or the direction he was coming from. Since their minds were already made up, they took everything out of context and they built up a certain dislikeness about him. So, it's always advisable for you to look into anything with an open mind. When you do that, you might realize that there are many things for you to learn from. That the thing you thought might be wrong or might be bad for you might actually be great for you. As these ladies found out after having a sit down with Andrew, he inspired them. He explained himself clearly to them, and they clearly understood him. And now they have built a bond with him. That is who Andrew is. Wherever he goes, whatever he says, if you do not listen with a certain degree of bias, if you just listen with an open mind, you will understand what he is saying. And sometimes you might not necessarily agree with every single thing he said, but you might get to understand his own point of view, which I think is very important in today's society. We must always try to create an environment where everyone has the opportunity to have their voices heard, where anybody would not be denied the chance to share his or her opinions. And even if we disagree with many things, we might still listen to the people. So, my brothers and sisters, let us know in the comment section, what did you think about what the ladies were saying about Andrew Tate? And have you ever listened to Andrew Tate? If you have, what was your take about what he was saying? So let us know in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And also, please kindly like this video, share this video, follow our Facebook page, and most importantly, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Little deeds of goodwill like this one helps the channel a lot, and we shall forever be grateful to you. So thank you very much for doing just that, and like always, see you in the next one. Okay.